It's Thursday, September 3rd, 2020. What a day today. Things absolutely bananas. Dow Jones down 807 points. At one point, a few times, the Dow was down over 1,000 points. So we saw some real volatility take place. What a 180 it did from yesterday to today. And I don't really have a reason why it happened. Many people will say it's because the vaccine's not going to be here as fast as they thought. So the vaccine's not going to be here tomorrow or next week, but I think the market's already priced that in. They already knew that. Yet the market just was vaporized today. And it could have been much, much worse, and we're going to talk about that. But, as I see the volatility I saw today, I'm going to share this with you later, an unboxing. Even though I did open it earlier, I just got this today from SD Bullion, and I'm going to show you that I'm putting my money where my mouth is, because watching what just transpired today is a reminder to you and I, the volatility that exists out there. This whole thing is a propped up Ponzi scheme. Weekly jobless claims total 881,000, but that's better than expected as labor market continues to heal. Are you kidding me? The worst week we had during the 2008 collapse was 675,000 jobs. We are now 24 weeks into this, and we lost nearly 900,000 more jobs. These are brand new jobless claims, brand new unemployment claims for U.S. citizens. What are these people going to do? And so we watch the massive volatility today. It should have been down, with numbers like this, we should have been down 3,000 points, in all honesty. If this was a free market, if these markets weren't rigged and manipulated, if they weren't controlled, we'd be down 3,000 points today. When you lose nearly 900,000 jobs, 807, they should count their blessings. Dow futures right now down 214 points. So tomorrow will be a very interesting day. But remember how quickly things can come down. CNBC, nearly half of people collecting unemployment benefits may not qualify for aid in 2021. Nearly half of all workers receiving unemployment benefits are supported by the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, PUA. This covers people who traditionally are not eligible for aid. People who are like self-employed, say real estate agents, people who freelance, gig workers, part-time workers, etc. These people in 2021, if the government does not step in, these people are going to be in very, very big trouble. And this is about 14, 15 million people right here who could be in very big trouble in 2021. I just cannot believe day in and day out the news that we continue to receive with this economy. This is the worst U.S. economy in history. The unemployment is just hemorrhaging. 24 weeks now, and we're still losing almost 900,000 jobs a week. Article today in The Hedge. No V here. U.S. trade deficit soars to highest since 2008. We have a $58 billion trade deficit. And we shouldn't be fearing China, right? Now, I've read multiple articles, believe what you may, but I've read a lot of articles that China's economy is recovering. In fact, in some sectors, it's booming. And here we are, an economy based on leisure and hospitality, the service sector, 70% of our GDP made up by consumption, consumers buying things with money they don't have. How long are we going to exist as a superpower right here in America if things don't change very, very quickly? This is so dangerous to the future of America, and I'm just appalled that we lost nearly another 900,000 jobs. I mean, of course, we knew it was going to happen. You knew it, I knew it. And in fact, it's probably much worse. Remember, this is all manipulated. There was probably well over 1 million job losses last week. But again, the numbers are all manipulated. This whole thing is controlled. We don't even know how bad it really is. But what we do know is they cannot fix it. The problem is not going away. The depression is not going to stop. It's going to continue to get worse. All you have to do is look out the window and see what's going on in the real world. I don't care what happens to the Dow Jones at this point. It could go to 90,000 points. It could go to whatever. It's not helping the U.S. economy. The average working American is in huge trouble. And this article today on The Hedge, this just literally makes my blood boil, because the waste of money that we are seeing with this government, our politicians, while people are suffering, people are going hungry, people are losing their houses, they're losing their businesses. Why San Francisco is in trouble. 19,000 highly compensated city employees earned over $150,000 last year. This makes me irate, and it should really make you irate also. And when I'm going to just paraphrase through this article. This just is absolutely nuts. Truck drivers in San Francisco making $262,000 a year. These are workers, the employees of the city. City painters, $270,000. Firefighters, $316,000. Plumbing supervisors, $348,000 a year. One deputy sheriff earned $574,000 last year. That included $315,000 in overtime. I mean, was this guy working 24 hours a day? This is insanity. On average, the city's 44.5 thousand employees received pay and perks costing taxpayers $131,000 apiece. 4 out of 10 city employees received compensation exceeding $150,000. And this isn't just San Francisco, even though this is one of the worst. But you can go to most cities in America, and this is the criminality that is taking place. This is where your hard-earned tax dollars are going, and they want more. They're going to raise your property taxes. They're going to raise sales tax. They're going to put a wealth tax into effect. They're going to bleed you dry while they're paying all these government workers, all these county and city workers, 6 figures a year. San Francisco Mayor London Breed cost taxpayers $452,000, the highest paid mayor in the country, while the city is nothing less than a cesspool. 31 staffers in her office are making over $200,000 annually. Police and sheriff combined 4,418,000 employed, costing taxpayers $831 million last year. That's $188,000 per person. This should just make your blood boil. That people are just plundering your money like this. It's just absolutely appalling, while people are losing everything right now. I could not even believe what I was reading in this article. You go to The Hedge, read it for yourself, do your own due diligence. Absolutely appalling, the waste of money. These politicians making this type of money, paying city employees this type of money, while the average American is just getting by. So while cities like San Francisco and Chicago and New York and Los Angeles have turned into complete cesspools, just look at what your city workers are making. Article today on CNBC, and I want to throw this in with the last article. Majority of workers expect their retirement to include a job, survey shows. So most people are not going to be able to retire. They're going to have to work a job. Many people are going to be working late into their 70s, 80s, because they don't have enough money to retire. They don't have these lucrative pensions. These pensions right now, though, are in crisis. Many of these pensions are unfunded, but guess who they're going to want to pay for it? They're going to want you, 78 years old, to be working to pay for those pensions. So you're going to be working to pay for the police officer who retired the firefighter who retired earning $300,000 a year in a beautiful, hefty pension, or the police officer, earning $150,000 a year in his pension, whatever it might be. I mean, it's ludicrous. Some of these pensions that some of these people are receiving, but you'll be 78 years old working for your neighbor next door as he or she is retired, collecting a $150 or $300 or even a $400,000 or $500,000 pension. That's where we're at today. It's so sad to see the abuse that has taken place, the waste that is taking place, the corruption and the criminality, while people are losing everything. But you know what? I believe truly it is going to come to an end, because we are going to see not just an economic collapse, but we're going to see a pension collapse take place in America also. This is unsustainable, and it is going to come to an end at some point. This is all mathematically unsustainable. This economy, unsustainable. And this is why I continue to purchase stuff like this, because you may not have a retirement down the road. This is another ounce of gold. This is where I am spending my hard-earned cash. I'm not going out buying a new car. I'm not buying $7 lattes. I'm not taking vacations to Las Vegas. I'm not doing anything but preparing for the worst economy America has ever seen. The worst depression, the greatest depression 2.0 that is here right now. This is going to quite possibly save your life. This can be converted into food, okay? Somebody is willing to sell food, water, security, or another asset such as land or a house, etc. for this. This is wealth protection. This is wealth insurance right here. And so I'm not out buying a new car. I'm driving the old Toyota into the ground. I'm not, buying high dollar watches or $400 Nikes. This is what I buy right here. It's not exciting. I put it in a very safe place, a place that I can access it in a time of emergency. But this doesn't do tricks. It doesn't give me any real satisfaction, other than the satisfaction that I know that when this whole thing implodes, this is real money. This is God's money right here. And this may save my life. This may save my family's life. So right now I'm making huge sacrifices, okay? I've cut out a lot of things in my life in order to buy this. This is not cheap. But you know what? It gives me real comfort, real security, knowing that when everything implodes, there is going to be massive sales out there. This is going to have massive buying power, and this is what you need to be protecting yourself financially right now. Also, silver, very, very good. We saw a slight pullback today. They're pretty flat right now, but it's a great opportunity to be buying some gold, buying some silver, and adding this to your portfolio, adding this to your wealth protection. You must have this. I can't stress it enough. And I'm not here to give anybody financial advice. I'm not telling you where to buy it from. But I believe you must have this. As things get worse, this dollar is going to be under extreme pressure. As things get worse, as things really begin to implode, as the pensions begin to implode, the economy begins to implode, things implode socially, you better have some of this. Of course, you better have a lot of security. You better have food and water. But you better have this, because this is truly going to have serious buying power, especially when the dust settles and we come out of this depression. Could be 10 years. Who knows? Could be longer. How long this depression lasts, nobody knows. But during this depression, there is going to be opportunity to purchase land, real estate, homes. And I believe this is what's going to have the strongest purchasing power when you're looking at those other assets. They are going to be devaluing. I believe properties such as homes and land, commercial real estate, I believe are going to plummet. I believe we're going to see some of the worst real estate crashes in U.S. history taking place. This is not 2008, ladies and gentlemen. This is looking a lot more like 1929, but a lot worse. It's going to be a lot worse. I believe it's going to last a lot longer, and it's going to be much more vicious. But I believe there's going to be a lot more opportunity in this coming depression than the depression of 1929. And if you have this, I believe you're going to do very, very well, and you're going to protect yourself. I'm going to leave it there today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Things could bounce back. Again, the amount of manipulation is endless. I do believe that we will see the Dow Jones go beyond 30,000 points, but I do believe before the November election, I truly believe we are going to see a big collapse like the one we saw just a few months ago. I believe it will happen again. I believe it will happen before the November election. I'm looking at somewhere mid to late September, anywhere in October. I believe we're going to see things really, really take a hit. But the Dow could easily get to 30,000 points within just a few weeks. But I think really, I really truly believe that somewhere in October, things are going to come falling back down. So we'll see what transpires. I'm going to leave it there. Just prepare the best that you can. Go buy a little gold, buy a little silver, buy what you can right now. A little is better than nothing. If you have a little bit right now, you are better off than 99% of the people out there. You truly are. Having something is better than nothing. Put down the lattes. Put down the jewelry, the $300, $400, $500 Nikes. This is what you need to be buying right now. The sales are coming. There'll be plenty of time to buy shoes, watches, boats, cars, real estate. Right now is the time to really set yourself up for survival, critically be thinking and evaluating what's taking place. Look at the volatility that is still out there. You haven't seen anything yet. It is coming. It is coming. Prepare, prepare, prepare.